On January 1st, 1979, a member of the United States Air Force, stationed at the Kunsan Air Force Base in South Korea, would have a terrifying experience sleeping one night. While many might point out that this man may have been dreaming, it's important to point out that the man had several odd experiences throughout his life. We will examine these, as well as what happened to him on New Year's Day 1979, in today's episode. On the night the encounter happened, the man and his wife were sleeping in their pitch black one bedroom apartment on the base, which was located just outside of the small town of Silvertown, Korea. As they both fell asleep, what happened next would truly frighten the man. He woke up for some reason on the floor, sometime in the middle of the night. The room wasn't pitch black like usual, although it was dark and he was able to see. He immediately saw his wife to the left sleeping soundly, but something caught the corner of his eye. Then, as he looked at the doorway, standing there was a large, dark figure. It was wearing a hooded cloak or cape that was dark gray or black. It stood there staring when it began approaching the man. It hovered over the floor, and as this was occurring, the man tried to back away and get up, but he couldn't move. He tried waking up his wife, but couldn't speak. The man realized this and thought if he could make some noise, maybe he could wake his wife up. Over the course of 3 to 4 minutes, the man struggled to make any noise as the being got within about 3 feet. Finally, the man was able to make a peep. He tried again, and it was easier, and he was able to drag himself on the floor, although it was extremely difficult. As he finally got closer to the bed, he reached to touch his wife. As he touched her, everything seemingly went back to normal. The entity was gone, and the room was pitch black again. The man, still on the floor, regained his composure and sat silently for some time before going back to sleep. While this story appears like it was a bad dream, there's other strange incidents that have occurred to this man. In 1982, while stationed at RAF Lakenheath in the United Kingdom, he remembers leaving one night and going through the door. Out of nowhere, he walked into a heating fuel containment wall, which was 8 to 10 feet away from where he should have been. Another incident around the same time at the same base happened when he left the shop to catch the bus home. He left the shop at 10 minutes to 1 for what should have been a 1-minute walk to the bus stop. However, after he arrived at the bus stop, the man checked his watch and said the time was 1:20. These strange events seemed to start for the man when he was young. As a boy, he recalls his grandmother having to remove large scabs from inside his nostrils. The man goes on in his report to mention other multiple cases of lost and gained time with no explanation. In this case, there are several theories on what happened to this man and what he experienced. The first is that he was the victim of multiple alien abductions. Many abductees report being abducted over the course of years and aliens seemingly checking in on them. This theory is supported by the missing time and also the scabs found inside his nose. Another theory is that he saw a shadow person. It's common for people that see these entities to be overwhelmed with dread and fear. There's various theories as to what these beings are exactly, but almost everyone who experiences these wish they didn't. Still, if it was a shadow person, the other experiences in the lost time don't make sense, as shadow people are not usually associated with time slippage. The final theory, as these events are explainable, could he be suffering from some sort of neurological disorder or temporary amnesia? That would explain the lost time, but not really the dread from that night. Sleep paralysis is another contender, although it doesn't explain why he was sleeping on the floor, nor the lost time. While this case is only as reliable as the man recalling it, it does have features related to other strange, unexplainable cases. Hopefully, cases like these will allow trends and the truth to come to light.